Guys, you're looking at my almost completed back porch that we enclosed last fall. This fall I'll try to finish it, but it's sealed up. We have screens and windows in here. But I've got good light today, and I want to talk about the Alexa Pure water filter because it's on sale and a lot of you guys are buying it, and I'm getting questions. And I want to try to simplify the video. It's going to take a minute, but just bear with me here. Again, I've had one for about 3 years. I wouldn't do without it. You can make it 3 days without water. You can make it 3 weeks without food if you have water. 3 days, guys, that's it. Your organs start shutting down. And the reason I'm showing the unboxing is to show that it's very compact. Now, it's tall when you put it all together, and what this does is make it very easy to put in a bug-out kit or anywhere in storage. Anyway, when you open it, you have the stainless steel tanks, pretty much lifetime, no rusting, and you have one of the Alexa Pure charcoal filters. Then again, I'm going to go through some of the questions that were asked. Inside also are the very easy to attach attachments. You've got the spigot, and you've got some stoppers that go in this thing, and a handle. It's very easy. You got a little top right here, one Phillips head screwdriver again. Installs it. That's the only tool you need, and it's the only screw that's involved in the entire situation. Everything is hand tightened. Everything's pre-drilled, and again, here's your spigot. You take this off, stick it in from the outside, put your washer back in, put your nut back on, and you're good to go. This is the bottom tank there, and this is where all the water goes after it's filtered from the top tank. Again, very simple installation. It takes just minutes. Check it out. It's, again, stainless steel. Will not rust. Same with the top tank. And you've got about 2.25 gallons of storage in each tank. In other words, fresh water that you want filtered, you can put 2.25 gallons, say 2 gallons in the top, and that will give you that capacity in the bottom. Plenty. Now, it takes time to filter it because the slower the filtration, that means the better job it's done. That's why this is number one in the world. It comes with the one filter and 3 stoppers because there's 4 pre-drilled half-inch holes in the bottom of it. That's so you can add additional filters because you're going to get about 5,000 gallons of water per filter. So that, you think about 5,000 gallons of spring water at the store, that's going to be about $5,000. Think about it. Anyway, it's sealed in a Mylar bag that has water in it. So when you open it, have it over the sink or something because that's keeping that charcoal fresh. And it comes with your instructions here. Total capacity, again, 4.5 gallons, 2.25 in each tank. And it'll give you this information, but and this is what the filter looks like, guys. Solid block of charcoal. And if you, like, for instance, for my coffee in the morning, things like that, I'll fill up the top tank in the evenings when I'm through using it. But I don't cook without this water. I use this for iced tea, all the cooking, coffee, anything that has to do with food or beverages. It comes from this tank because none of the water systems, guys, are safe. And again, I'm going to put a link to the lab tests, and they're extensive. But scroll down that page and look at stuff like radiation. Again, the last thing is you put this one screw with one Phillips head screwdriver, the only tool and the only screw in the entire deal here. Put it on, and you're good to go. Now, I'm also going to mention one of the products that we developed and we build here, good old made in the U.S. But you can't improve on the filtration of it. There's no way, in number one. But we have a product called the Aquaflow Max. Hundreds of you guys have ordered it to go along with the Alexa Pure. And it was simply something that we designed, patented, and we make again right here. Comes in a bubble envelope. It's practically unbreakable. It is an air intake valve, basically what it is, and I'm going to explain that to you. But first, what I want to do is explain something. In the top of the tank, the very top tank, you've got water. In the bottom tank, where that water is draining, you have air, and that's exchanged very slowly. When the water comes down into the bottom, the air is pushed back up into the top tank through the filtration system itself. Very slow, very clean process. But once that happens, you notice that the trickle now started out very good when you open the valve. Again, you can't improve the filtration. What we have improved is the outflow rate. Again, the air now is trapped in the top tank. How do we get it back into the bottom? It's not going to come through these charcoal filter blocks fast enough to make up the difference. Without the air in the bottom of the tank, you're not going to get an outflow. Again, just like the vents on top of your house, go up there and take one of those off and see how well your shower drains in your commode flushes, things like that. And so what happens here is we need to get that air that's in the top tank back down into the bottom. Again, it cannot come through those charcoal filters fast enough to be a displacement factor. And that air in the bottom of the tank, again, is what allows the flow. So this Aquaflow Max, we developed it here. Not long after I got my first one, I saw a problem with it, and I've been in construction a lot in my earlier days. But guys, this takes away all the problems. And I'll show you what happens. Remember, you've got 4 holes in the bottom. This thing has 3 stoppers in it. Again, here's kind of a graphic. I'll pause it. As the water in the top tank in the blue fills up the bottom, it pushes the air that's in the bottom of the tank up into the top. You're going to need that air intake for that water to flow out of the bottom of the tank. It cannot come back through those filters fast enough. So without any modification to your Alexa-Pure water filter, this was developed to go in one of those 4 holes that I showed you in the top tank, where you can add different or more or multiple charcoal filters. So this, again, hand tightens just like your filter. Same size hole, no problems with any type warranty, no drilling or nothing. And here's what we've got. It comes with 3 rubber stoppers and 1 filter. And you see the filter that had the nut on it. Now, same thing with the Aquaflow Max. You leave the red washer on the top, insert it into the top tank. The washer stays on this unit. That keeps it from draining into your bottom tank. This is simply for air. Again, you just hand tighten the custom nut on this thing, no modifications. Pull 1 stopper out. This is what it looks like. And when you fill up your tank, do not go past the top of this. It's just an inch or so below the fill rate anyway. That allows the intake to be there at all times, and you don't want water going directly into the bottom tank that's not filtered. So in the instructions with the Aquaflow Max will show you. Now look at the difference. We're exchanging air from the top tank back into the bottom. Plumbers, you know exactly what I'm talking about here. And hundreds of people have bought this over, I guess we're going almost into our 3rd year now of building and settling these. Me and my wife build these right here. But again, this thing in just a few minutes. Now, if you do this test, you'll see that, and this is a gallon jug, that it takes it about 10 minutes to get less than half full without the Aquaflow Max. And you can see here that probably 40-45 seconds you can time it. You've got complete outflow because there's no cutting off of the air. Remember, the top tank now has air in it, even if it still has some remaining water that you've added to it before all of the other water had filtered through to the bottom tank. It has enough in there to keep a steady flow. And so when you get up in the morning and you're ready for that coffee, you're not sitting there for 20 minutes waiting for this thing to fill up your pitcher. You see what I'm saying? And in just a few minutes, you got the best filtered water on the planet. And ours, again, has nothing to do with filtration. You can't improve on the best. I'm not trying to. Simply an addition that is, to me, an improvement. And you can see for yourself. And if you've got one of the Alexa-Pure water filters, you don't have an Aquaflow Max, guys, go to our website. We're the only place you can buy them. We make them. They're $19.95. They are unbreakable. The bottom is glued on where your nut is, but the top T, the air intake, pops off so you can clean it with a straw brush. And you just, what you do with, again, here's your instructions. Notice in the middle, top tank water level. Right there in the center. It's kind of out of focus, guys. I'm not a movie maker. And you just keep that above the water level. It shows you exactly how to keep your washer in the right place on the top tank. It's simple, very simple. And so, guys, for everyone that has gotten this from us, it's really been important because things have happened with our channel a few times, and it helps. So we appreciate it. And guys, if you have gotten a little extra pure water filter, the tanks, you have made a major move in life-saving preparation for you and your family. 3 days without water, your organs start shutting down. Think about it, guys. And when you're cooking, you don't want those contaminants in that when you're making tea or when you're making ice. And just remember, like I've said before, no matter how much you prepped, if you haven't prepped or having fresh supply of water, guys, then you can go to a river, stream, or lake and get water and pour into this filter. It will take care of it, okay? But right now, and it's only going to last October 4th, they put 20% discount on the $199 water filter with the water filter system with the filter in it for 5,000 gallons is normally $199. The 20% sale put it at $159. Today they added another $10 off, which would put it at checkout. Now you have to go to checkout to get the discounts at around $151 and some change. Number one filter in the world with the tank, everything, guys. Think about it. 5,000 gallons of water can get you a long ways, and the filters are replaceable. Again, hope this answers everything. It's a heads up. Be safe.